Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's that time. It's time for my top 100 games of all time. So usually I wait until the following year. I usually try to squeeze a new game in before the year ends. I don't think it's gonna happen this time around. It's only a few more days until New Year's, so I've decided to start my list early. So this is gonna be my top 100 games as of 2025. So yeah, there's some games I didn't get to play yet. I was kind of really hoping to get them in before the new year ended, such as Inventors of the South Tigris. I was sent a review copy of Black Rose Wars Rebirth. DEI is another one I've been wanting to check out. Omerta was sent for review. Unfortunately, I didn't get to play them in time before the year ended. A lot of stuff going on over here, but we're gonna continue with the list anyway. So this is going to be numbers 100 to 91. So top 100 games as of 2025. So let's start with number 100. It's going to be Awkward Guests. So Awkward Guests is new to the list. This is a Clue style game. I call this Clue on steroids. I call a lot of games that I feel are beefed up versions of older games on steroids. I like to use that term. And that's exactly what it is. So there's an app for the game, or you can use the book. So essentially this old man is killed and you're trying to figure out who it is, what was the murder weapon, which room it happened in. It's very similar to Clue. And there's a lot of deduction elements. So you're trying to get information from other players as well. It is a fantastic deduction game. So if you're a fan of Clue, you could play this game. You'll never play Clue again. So Awkward Guests, that is my number 100. Great game. I hope you guys check it out. It makes for a great party game as well. Number 99, another one that's new to the list. I didn't get to review this game, but this is Foundations of Metropolis. This came out this year in 24. And of course, this is the cheaper version of Foundations of Rome. Listen, I've seen Foundations of Rome in action. It's a great looking game, but over $200, $250 for a very simple gateway type of game, I think is a little ridiculous, man. And it's hard to take anywhere. And I'm glad that they made this cheaper version. Don't get me wrong. This is actually, it still looks great. The quality is very good. It's not cheap quality, even though it is mostly all cardboard. It has an awesome organizer in there as well. But I do like the interaction with it. You know, you're setting the plot, and of course you can bank off other people's their buildings as well. It is a great. It's a light game. But again, at the same time, I think it also has a lot of depth to it, especially with the interaction with other players and scoring off their buildings and stuff. But it doesn't take long to play. Obviously, it plays best 3 or 4. I did play it with 2 once. It was okay, but 3, 4 is the sweet spot for that game. Great game, lots of fun. Glad to have it in the collection. That's why it's number 99 on my list. It possibly can go up, maybe with a few more plays. We'll see. But for right now, that's where it's going to stay. Number 98 is also new to the list, and this is a game I finally played. This game is 20 years old, and it was sent to me for review. I'm actually going to be doing a video on it soon. Rio Grande sent me, this is one of the many games that they sent me for review. I did a video of a bunch of games that they sent me. It's the only game I got to at this point. Sorry, guys. I will get to all of them eventually. But number 98 is Power Grid. What a fantastic game this was. I played it, so this is like an auction style game where you're building your power plants, you're auctioning, trying to get these different pieces, buildings that burn different types of fuel and stuff. A real good brain burner, and it's one of those type of games your head's like this after, but in a good way. I really enjoyed it a lot. I see why it's a classic. It's still regarded as a classic. It's one of those type of games that you never want to leave your collection. That's how good it is. And I'm a big fan of auction games. I love that whole auction bidding system. especially going against other players. Do I really want to bid on this? How am I going to expand my my power plant? There's a bunch of different maps for it. I believe that somebody told me that the Korea one was actually a really good map to look into. But I like how that game is also growing. There's a bunch of expansions, and I believe a Moon version was just came out as well. But yeah, Power Grid number 98, the classic. 97. This one took a little bit of a dive, but it's mostly because it hasn't been played. I heard that there's a second edition coming out of this game. Not sure if I'm going to get it, as I'm happy with the edition I got, but this is Dogs of War. So this is a tug of war style game that so it's not really you're fighting other players, but you're trying to influence different battles that are going on around the map, and you're trying to make the person you're supporting win. So it's a very tug of war style game. It is by, there's a big effing bug here. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm gonna continue with the list anyway. Holy shit. That's what happens when you live in the woods. But yeah, so that is Dogs of War. It is a tug of war style game, and I heard they're making a new edition, and I don't know if I'm gonna dig into it. I'm probably just gonna stick with this one, and you know, enjoy it. Again, I've only played it a few times. I want to get it back to the table. It is a game I think everybody should check out because I feel like it didn't get enough attention, or I think CMON stopped printing it. Where the fuck did it go? But yeah, Dogs of War. That is my 97. My number 97. Damn, this is gonna be bothering me. Number 96 is Star Wars Rebellion. Another one that took a nasty dive. Let me stomp on this thing before, motherfucker. It's on my shoe. Well, there you go. You guys get a little bit of little extra for the video. All right, I got it. I don't know what that is. All right, now we can calm down. Number 96 is Star Wars Rebellion. So yeah, that is took a big dive because it is a harder game to get to the table. Let me fix this. Oh my gosh. It's a long game. It's a little bit rules heavy, but essentially you could play two. It's best played at two, but I like playing with the teams 2 versus 2. One person plays as the rebels, the other as the Empire, and the rebels are on a secret planet the Empire is trying to figure out, and you're carrying out different missions, battling on these planets. It's a fantastic game. It would be higher on this list if it was easier to table. Man, this thing really messed up my camera. But yeah, Star Wars Rebellion number 96. I'm sorry if I'm rushing. I'm actually gonna go see Nosferatu in a few minutes, so I'm trying to get through this list. Number 95, another game that took a big hit because I haven't played it in years, but I always think about it. There's an online version as well, and that's Gloomhaven. So we played me and my friends purchased Gloomhaven together in late 2019, and we played a few missions, fell in love with it, thought it was fantastic, and then COVID reared its ugly head and everything got shut down, and the game never got tabled again. I do have Jaws of the Lion, which I'm trying to probably start. I don't know if I'm going to ever get it back to the table again, but the digital version is a lot of fun, and if you don't feel like buying that big freaking box, organizing all those components, which is a pain in the butt, I do have like a nice big wood insert in there. Then yeah, go with the Steam version. It is a lot of fun. You play with your friends and everything. I am not even going to touch Frosthaven. I'm sure it's a fantastic game, but I don't even want to go near it. Especially, we haven't even been Gloomhaven, and just organizing all those damn components, I am not in the mood for it. I'll probably wait for the digital version to come out. So let's see if Gloomhaven is even on the list next year. I'm kind of hoping it is. I would like to table it again. But yeah, 95, it took a big hit. Number 94 is new to the list. Another game I didn't get a chance to review, but I love this game a lot. The reason why it's kind of high on the list, because again, I don't get to table it often. It's a 2-player game. It might be higher next year, and that is General Orders World War II. So General Orders is a very abstract style two-player war game. You know, you don't have the minis or anything. They're represented by discs and by different other like cubes and stuff that the soldiers are on. But it's got a very chess-like feel. It's a small board. But at first I was like a little, I don't know, I was a little hesitant about like, maybe it's not gonna be that good. But it's not an expensive game. You get it for under $30. And when I played it, I was like, wow, this game is actually really good. It plays quick. A lot of great strategy to it. There's 2 different maps, so I recommend you play with on the plain side, which just adds a little bit more complexity to it. But General Orders is a fantastic game. I think it might get higher on the list. I do want to do a review eventually. But the same guy who made Undaunted, what was his name again? Okay, here we go. David Thompson. Yep, that's it. David Thompson's General Orders World War II. That is number 94. 93, another game that took a little bit of a dive, and that is Puerto Rico, number 93. So Puerto Rico is a Euro game. In my opinion, a very mean Euro game, which is why I love it so much, because you can mess with other players when they're trying to ship certain goods. So I actually backed the new version coming out. I believe was it the 1897 version, and they got rid of some of the sensitive topics that are in the original one. I know some people are not happy about it, and then they did try to do a different version, and it just bombed. It wasn't good. There was a lot of problems with it. I'm really hoping that Awakened Realms does not touch this game. Just leave it alone. Get rid of all the sensitive subjects, whatever the other one had, but keep the meanness in there. I just hope they don't really change anything except that aspect of the previous game, which obviously, yeah, you should change it. But keep the meanness in it. Don't change anything mechanically. But because Puerto Rico is still a fantastic game, that's why it's number 93 on my list. And I'm really hoping that Awakened Realms, does good by the new one. Like I do have the new Castles of Burgundy as well. It's a beautiful production, so looking forward to the new Puerto Rico as well. So that's number 93. Number 92 was on my list last year. I think it also took a dive because it hasn't been played, and that's Star Wars: The Deck Building Game. Another 2-player game where one somebody plays as the Rebels, the other as the Empire, and it's pretty much Star Realms, but I think it's better than Star Realms. There's more going on in this game than Star Realms is. And they just came out with the Clone Wars expansion, which I didn't pick up on. I probably will get it soon. Again, I haven't played the game often because of so many reviews and stuff. But Star Wars, the deck building game, is so much fun. And again, I love deck building. I love those type of one versus one type card games. And Star Wars, the deck building, it delivers on all fronts. It's a great deck building game. If you had to choose between Star Realms or that, I would go with Star Wars, even though Star Realms can be played pretty quick and it's a lot cheaper. I mean, the Star Wars version isn't that much more expensive. But, yeah, number 92, Star Wars, a deck building game. Again, sorry that I'm rushing, but I've been looking forward to this movie for a long time, and I'm running a little late. Number 91, the last one for today, that is Tapestry. Also took a little bit of a hit because it hasn't been played, but I always think about Tapestry. It is a fun, I wouldn't even call it a Civ game, even though they advertise it as one, but it's one of those type of games. It's interesting because it gives you so many options, and I know the expansions made it better. I haven't got any of the expansions yet. I would like to dig into them, but yeah, you pick a type of civilization, and you're laying these tiles down. You're picking where you want to move, which track you want to move up on. There's some combat as well, a little bit of meanness, which is what I like that player interaction. The only gripe I have with that game is that you can get done before everybody else, and usually that person ends up losing in the end. And then sometimes you end up sitting there for 30, 45 minutes waiting for everybody else to get done. That is the only negative I had about that game. I like everything else that was going on with it. I've never played with more than 3 players. I heard more than 3 can go a little too long. I do want to try it though. But yeah, number 91 is Tapestry for my top 100 games of all time as of 2025. That's going to do it for today, guys. Please like and subscribe. Help this channel grow even more. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. We'll love to hear your top 10, top 20, top 100 games of all time. Do we have any crossovers? Let's start a little something in the comments. But that's going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, the 90-81 will be coming soon as well. Hopefully in a few days after this airs. But yeah, that's going to do it, guys. Have a great one.